Is a possible cancer treatment in people? Find out in this video. Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you've yet to do so, click there to subscribe. And then when you click that link directly in the box below, I can send you a copy of my free book. Advanced lung cancer, which had spread. No chance for a cure. Just a few months to live. In 2016, a man by the name of Joe Tippins was given that exact diagnosis. He had been diagnosed with a very serious form of lung cancer called non-small cell lung cancer. He had gone through radiation, he'd gone through chemo, the tumor begun to shrink. He went in for follow-ups as far as called a PET scan. Turned out that he had multiple tumors all throughout his body, his brain, liver, lungs. He said that he had dozens of tumors, and he's told that there was no chance. There's nothing that conventional medication and conventional medicine can do for him. 2 days after that PET scan, he talked to a friend who happened to be a veterinarian and told him about a dog dewormer called Panacur or fenbendazole that had research and actually had some people showing success where they had some of these incurable cancers that had been successfully treated with this dog dewormer. And he thought, why not? What do I have to lose? He did some research online, found that there are no noted serious side effects, generally considered safe for people. So he thought, why not? I'm going to treat myself with this dewormer. He didn't tell his oncologist about his treatment because at the very same time, he was also enrolled in an experimental drug trial, which wasn't expected to make a dramatic difference with the cancers, but it maybe help extend his life. But he went ahead, did that fenbendazole, did that Panacur treatment, and lo and behold, a few months later, he was being followed up with these PET scans, found to be completely cancer-free. So when I first read this, I kind of wondered, really? But then I went further, did some more research, and it turns out there actually has been a number of different studies looking at this specific drug. Fenbendazole, a related drug called mebendazole, which is used for treating pinworms in people, for its potential use as a drug to treat cancer. Turns out there are case reports showing it to be effective against some people that had pancreatic cancer, colon cancer, this non-small cell lung cancer, melanoma. There's a type of brain cancer called the glioblastoma, and now it turns out that researchers at Johns Hopkins University were actually studying mice with this type of brain cancer. The mice had pinworms, they treated them with this fenbendazole, the Panacur, and then guess what? All of a sudden, this type of brain cancer started to shrink. So, and that happened in 2014. So, yes, this seems like something really unusual and so hard to believe. How can this, simple horse and cow and dog and cat dewormer all of a sudden be used to treat cancer? But I think partly what's happening is researchers are now going back. They're looking at some of these older drugs and they're looking at repurposing them. Secondarily, maybe we haven't explored all the potential uses. And yeah, it really looks promising. Is it going to treat every type of cancer? And from more of the stuff that I've read, some people have had success, many people not. We don't fully understand it. But what I am going to do, I'm going to give you a list of some of the specific studies that have actually looked at fenbendazole and looking at it for treating the array of different cancers. We use this a lot in practice, so I actually went to the clinic just to pick up some Panacur to show you guys. So this is the dewormer here, known as the brand Panacur, at least when I was in practice. Obviously, the company's partly changed, but the actual name of the dewormer is fenbendazole. It's one that I liked in terms of it would treat most of the roundworms, would treat some of the tapeworms, and as well, it was also starting to be effective against animals that had Giardia. A little bit better than metronidazole without the secondary side effects. The other big thing, right? Being effective without the side effects. So actually, we use it quite a lot. I had no idea about its potential use for cancer. As far as doses, if you're going to say deworm Pipster here, say I'm trying to treat her for something like whipworms or giardia. A typical dog dose is fairly high. It's about 50 milligrams per kilo for 3 to 5 days. So say if we call Pippi, if you're, let's call you 20 kilos, well, that's 50 times 20. That is about 1,000 milligrams. Pipster, which is 100 milligrams per ml, which is about 10 cc's. So this would be Pippi's 1 day dose. 1,000 milligrams once a day for 3 to 5 days. As far as the human doses, from what I'm seeing, it's somewhere between 5 to 10 milligrams per kilo. They're not publishing sort of specific regimens. So when you're looking at this, say an average person, say they weigh 50 kilos, 10 milligrams, 10 mg per kilo will be 500 milligrams, which would be half of this syringe. So that would be 5 cc's of this liquid. But obviously, if you are to have cancer, you would be talking to your physician and you would be talking about some of the alternative treatments, such as potentially using fenbendazole, and you'll be getting the most current specific doses. I'm also curious, though, on its potential of helping treat cancer in our dogs and cats. I don't see any research on that yet, but if we're seeing that it's effective for some of these serious, generally considered really difficult to treat cancers in people, such as pancreatic cancer, such as like a brain cancer, makes sense to me that it also could potentially be beneficial for some of the cancers in our dogs and cats. So I'll definitely keep you guys updated as this information progresses and more information gets published. Thanks so much for watching this video on using Panicure or fenbendazole as a new treatment for cancer in people. If you've yet to do so, click up there to subscribe, and then when you click that link directly in the box below, I can send you a copy of my free